Hey Mick, what gear do you shoot with? Well, I'm currently using, because my cousin's dog's best friend's uncle's twice removed use blah 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 blah. I've been asked a bit recently, what gear do I use? Now for me, I am a little bit of a Canon fan, so obviously, naturally, I do have quite a bit of Canon gear, and by quite a bit, I only mean a handful of things, but I do predominantly use Canon gear. I don't know why, I just got one, loved it, and keep on using it. If anybody wants to donate a Sony A7, A7S, A7R, I would be more than happy to give that a try, or even a Canon EOS R or RP or whatever they are these days. I would be more than happy to try those out. So if you feel like giving me one, hit me a holler. Now, the main body I use is a Canon 70D. As you can see here, it has the full sideways flip out screen, which is extremely handy, and it can also be, well, put this bad boy away, can also be twisted to face you as well, so you can see what's going on. But it comes comes in handy when you want to shoot videos. You can see yourself, so you're not trying to guess if it's pointing at you or whatever. And it's also good for live view mode, so that way that it shows up there and you can see what you're actually shooting. It's just coming very handy for some of my low shots, for focusing on the right points. But I find this a great camera. I've had it for I don't even know how long now, but I do love it. Only downside is it does feel a bit heavy. Once you put some bigger lenses on there, it does get a bit bulky and hard to carry around. So it's extremely noticeable if you're out doing street shooting. Everybody can see you carrying it because it's huge. But when it comes to car shows, I find it to be an awesome camera to use. So when I bought my Canon 70D, I actually got it in the kit. So it came with an 18-55 EFS lens. This one I worked with it for years before I even bothered with another lens. It is only a 3.5 to 5.6. I will show you some pictures that I shot with it, and you probably wouldn't even notice the difference. But this one was a good handy lens for a long time. I've still got it. If I'm just going out and doing basic shooting, sometimes I might just throw it on. My first lens that I did buy was the Canon Nifty 50 50mm f1.8. Now this guy is an awesome lens. I got this as a Christmas present from my wife. Thank you. Many years ago. The first photo I actually took was of my son on his first Christmas, which I'll post here. I haven't really played with this too much. I do like it. Being the Canon 70D is a crop sensor, so 50 times 1.6, you know, that pushes it up to, my maths is terrible today, but that really crops quite a bit. So I do find it quite difficult to use, especially at car meets, because you've got to stand so far back to be able to take a photo, and it makes it quite difficult. So I never ever use it for that. I have used it quite a bit for street photography, and if I do an individual shoot of a vehicle, that way you can get the finer details and make it look a lot better. But that guy, I do recommend it. They are very cool. They are highly rated from pretty much everybody. So if you want to get your first lens, kick off with this bad boy. So my second purchase lens-wise for my 70D is this bad boy. It's huge. Compare it with the 50, there's a massive difference, even the weight. It's a good solid lens. It's metal, it's not plastic. You've got the rubber grips, you've just got the plastic ends, and you've got the metal connection. So this is a 7200 f4. I don't get this one out enough. Again, with the 50mm, I really don't get this one out enough. I think I've shot 2 weddings and maybe 1 car with it. The car I will post up here as well, so check that out. It's a very nice lens, even though it's an f4 and you can get them smaller than this. I think the other one's an f2.8, but it is a really, really good lens and I really do not get it out enough. But again, same thing on a crop sensor. The crop on it is huge, so 70 times 1.6. I can't even be bothered thinking about that at the moment, but I do feel like it's going to waste just sitting there, so debating selling it. My last lens purchase and my latest one, although, and by latest I mean a couple of years ago, this one's the Sigma 17-50 f2.8. Now this guy I use all the time. This one pretty much lives on my camera. I love it. Just the range, the 17-50, even though the crop factor, but it gives me the range that I need, so I can stand back far enough, I can get up close. This one is a beautiful lens. Oh, sorry, I've still got the CPL on it there at the moment. That's the Gobe CPL 77mm. But this guy does pretty much everything I want. Comes with a nice metal base on there for the connections. It's just a beautiful lens. I really do enjoy this one. This is the EX HSM version as well. Sigma really know what they're doing when it comes to lenses. I love this guy. I haven't had too many issues with it. I don't think I've had any issues, but I've really enjoyed using it, and it's going back on my camera straight away as soon as I finish this. But I recommend this one. It's fairly cheap, but it does the job. I'd love to jump up to the Sigma Art lenses. Just a little bit out of the budget, but if you need a budget one, this guy, I do recommend this. So just off the back of that, as you can see, I did have my Gobe CPL on there. So this guy is the Gobe CPL. It's an adjustable polarizer filter, which means you can change it so it's not full time. This guy's a slimline 77mm. Nice and small and handy just to whip it on there. Now Gobe is a company out of Byron Bay, but they do sell worldwide. Here we go. Developed by creators for creators. And these guys are also about sustainability, so every time you purchase an item from there, they donate to getting trees planted. So if you're a nature photographer or just a photographer who cares about the planet, I definitely recommend going with these guys. This one came in this little handy case that I normally keep in my bag, and it also comes with a microfiber cloth. Definitely recommend these guys. I scored mine off Amazon. I can't remember how much, but it was a while ago now. But I use it every time I shoot cars, or if I'm shooting out in any light that needs to be cut down, and I do keep it in my bag, so it lives with me. Now, keeping on with the accessories and extra bits that you need, if you're going to shoot cars, especially at night, you're going to need some sort of lighting. You can go out and get yourself like an LED torch. I've used my phone, which I'll show a pic here. I've used numerous various forms of lighting, but this one here is what you really need, a flash. This is the Yongnuo YN563, so this can sit on top of your camera, or you can hook it up with extra pieces that I'll talk about in the next bit that allow you to remote flash. It comes in handy if you've got to set your camera up at a bit of a distance, but the flash isn't going to work at that distance. So I've used this one, I think they call it strobing. I don't know, I just do what I do. Don't know the terms, sorry. But basically I've stood over by the car, taking the photos with the flash, using the remote, and that lights up the car. So I find this a very, very handy little kit. Also comes with its own little bag. And if you want to sit it down somewhere, it comes with a little stand. So you can sit it down and take your photos wherever you like. It's even got the little diffuser at the top there. Perfect. A couple of these and you can shoot at night till your heart's content. Following on from the flash there, I also picked up myself some RF603C2 Yongnuo wireless flash triggers. Now these guys come as a pair, but the pack that I bought them in off eBay, add a third one, which is extremely handy because that means I can have one on my camera, one on my flash, and one in my hand to set everything off remotely. It comes with this cable as well. So you plug one into there like so, plug the other end into the camera, boom, sets up a remote camera. So I can use it both as a remote just for the camera if I want to set up my 70D somewhere and I don't want to be anywhere near it, then I can walk away and flash it off like that. But then you have the extra so I can have a flash set up somewhere too. Perfect. Again, I picked these guys up off eBay, so they're fairly cheap. You can get them for different various cameras, so look up which one will work for your camera because they're all different. And one thing that you're really going to need is a way of carrying it all. So I've got here the LowPro 150 AW DSLR video pack. My wife again got me this one, so thank you, wifey. It's got an open out pouch in here, customizable little pocket areas. I've taken a couple of them out because I don't like the way it works, but I can fit a flash or my flash triggers. I think I normally keep my 50mm down in there just in case I need it for when I want it. It's got SD card pouches. It's got an extra pocket here. It's got pockets inside here. So you can carry all your stuff, whatever you need. I normally put whatever I'm carrying in my pockets in there so I can just carry them on my backpack. And it's even got a surprise pack at the back here. So I think that's just about it. There's probably a few other things that you could get, like cleaning kits. I've got a cleaning pen, I've got cleaning cloths. In regards to camera usage, you can also get yourself diffusers, you can get umbrellas, you can get so many more other things that you can get. Even with the filters, you can get a UV filter, you can get ND filters. The list goes on. It depends on your budget, what you can afford, what you want, what you need. These are the basic things that I've gotten by with for umpteen years. As you can see from the photos, that you don't really need too much to get going. Even some of those photos were probably shot on my Canon 1000D. Go nuts, enjoy, get out and shoot, have fun, like, subscribe, PM me, DM me, hit up my Instagram, hit up my Facebook. If you have a question, drop it down below. If you have any gear that you love, please tell me what it is. If you have any gear that you think I should need, put it down below. If you have a Sony A7 that you would love to give me, also put that down below because I would love to try one out. Just don't know if I'm ready to commit to buying one yet. I don't want to upset the Canon apple cart. All right, on that note, I will catch you in the next video. Peace.